Hi learners, welcome once again to Learn News. Today this tutorial is dedicated to Spring Framework. Previously you have already seen that I have made tutorials in Spring Boot and done many different types of applications and of Spring Boot, but I haven't gone through Spring Framework. So what I thought, let us give a tutorial on Spring Framework. So what is Spring Framework? It's an open source application framework based on Java platform. It is also an inversion of control container. It acts as that, and it uses the concept of dependency injections, and along with that uh, it helps to create robust applications which are loosely coupled, and it gives a lot of configuration you can do and make changes accordingly to prevent any sort of tight coupling or dependencies that are very hard and that are very prone to breaking whenever there is a requirement of changing in the structure of the entire application. So it's a very easy framework and it's easy to understand. It's not much complex, and also the testing of the application is pretty much easier. And these are the basic features or advantages of using Spring Framework. So let us quickly go to the tutorial over here. It doesn't have any hands-on in this one, only just going through what the concept of inversion of control, dependency injections, how they work, and followed by the architecture of Spring Framework and different scopes of Spring Beans. So let us come quickly over to the inversion of control. As you can see on the screen, it's a principle in the software engineering by which the control of objects or portion of program is transferred to a container or a framework. So here the framework is Spring Framework. Here we are not going to inject on our own an object which is there, which has a dependency on other object. We are not explicitly going to inject it. Rather, we would be creating references or objects of them, and with the help of configurable XML files, or with the help of Java annotation based approach. And on the basis of that, Spring Framework will do what? Will do the joining or auto wiring. That's another concept. Auto wiring of the beans accordingly, or establish relationship between the different beans, as per we mentioned that in the XML based configurations or Java annotation based configurations, and it would proceed accordingly. Next, come on the dependency injection part. It's a pattern that is used to implement IOC, and injection of objects into another object is done by assembler rather than by the object themselves. So dependency injection, you would understand the control flow like here. This is a message object. Let us consider a message object has a payload, has a dependency on another object called payload, or rather let us define them as they are classes basically. Message class has a dependency on payload class. So here whenever we will be creating a message object, first of all what we have to do is create a payload object, set a message body or payload body accordingly, and then we have to do that in the Java file, the Java code, and then with the help of setter in the message we will be setting the payload. But with the help of Spring Framework, when Spring Framework comes into the picture, this tight coupling stick you can see here, that is replaced with the Spring Framework, and Spring Framework keep them as loosely coupled objects where you can replace payload with any other, say for example a header object, a header class, an object of class header. So what's basically Spring Framework is doing, we are creating references of message and payload, and with the help of XML based configuration or annotation based configuration, we are injecting this payload object into the message object. So we are not explicitly doing anything in the Java file. So instead of Java file, we are using something different and something different approach, that is in the form of XML or annotation, and that is being taken care of by Spring Framework. Okay, I hope till this point the your concepts are clear. Next we come on to the architecture. Architecture explaining. I'm going to explain it, and as you can see, there are different modules in Spring Framework, like core container. This is the core container framework, which contains portions or objects in the portions like beans, core, context, Spring expression language. And then there are this module is data access or integration, JDBC, object relation mapping, OXM, JMS, and transaction. Any sort of transactions you want to do, or if it's a database connectivity, or it's a Java messaging service, or XML mapping or relation mapping, anything you want to do, you can do that from data access or integration module. And there is the wave module over here with the help of WebSocket, Servlet, Web, Portlet. The submodules are there. They can actually work with the any sort of web applications. And here you will find like AOP, another concept in which I will be discussing in the other tutorials. Concepts of AOP, aspects, instrumentation, messaging, and the test module. So these important modules, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big modules, and inside that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4, 9, and 13, 5, 18. In total 18 modules are there, inclusive of both the submodules and the modules, which are performing one or the other functionalities. That will be we will be discussing in the forthcoming tutorials, where we will be closing our web Spring MVC tutorial. I will be demonstrating that. Now we come on to another concept known as scope of a bean. So if you consider this structure over here, this structure is basically a container, and inside a container this red dots are actually beans or object references rather. Let us consider 3 object references over here. So there are different types of scope, like singleton. Singleton means a particular bean will be created only once per container. In this single container, only this particular type of bean will be created once. If a person tries to access or create another instance of the bean and try to access that, he would get a null and void. These types of beans are very important in security management prospects or session holding managements. And prototype is like a single bean definition to have any number of object instances. So a particular bean can be present at any number of objects, any number of times in a particular container. And there are other 3 like request, session, global sessions, which are linked with web-based applications and are not much important, but yes, they're important. But primarily the singleton and prototype are the most important. So this concludes this tutorial. So to summarize, this is the Spring Framework is an application open source framework supporting codes in the Java platform. So you have also understood the inversion of control principle and dependency injection pattern. With the help of a simple diagram, I try to make you understand how dependency injections or inversion of control is achieved over here. And we have gone through the architecture and finally the scope of the beans. Okay, so hope it makes you clear. Hope you're liking Learn News. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, and stay tuned to my channel to get more exciting tutorials. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll come again with another exciting tutorial. Thank you.